Hello everyone. Now we are on question 15 of our exam paper 1, higher tier, and this is GCSE exam paper, November 2023. So we have the question, make n as the subject of the formula. When we say n as a subject, that means we have to make n is equal to what? So here if we see, we have given x is equal to 3p plus n over 3n minus 4. This is a fraction on the right side. So we can represent the left side also as a fraction, x over 1. And if I want to remove this fraction thing, we can always do cross multiply. So when I do cross multiply, it will be x times 3n minus 4 is equal to 3p plus n. If I expand the brackets on the left side, so it will be 3nx minus 4x is equal to 3p plus n. From here, because we have to make n as a subject, so I will collect the terms containing n on one side. So 3nx minus n is equal to 4x plus 3p. I took this 4x to the other side, or you can say add 4x on both sides. So from here, I can take n common from the left side. So I get 3x minus 1 is equal to 4x plus 3p. Now because I have to make n as a subject, so I will divide both sides by 3x minus 1. So we got n is equal to 4x plus 3p over 3x minus 1. So this is our answer. Then we go to our next question. A curve has an equation y is equal to 4x cubed minus 8x plus 5. This is a cubic function. Find the x coordinates of the 2 points on the curve where the gradient is 1/3. Now gradient is given as 1/3. So let's say this cube is something like this, or it can be like this way. Okay, so because the cubic functions, they are of the form n or inverted n form, depending upon the sign of x cubed. If it is positive, so it will be n shaped. Now what they're saying, there are two x coordinate points we have to find out where the gradient is 1/3. So let's say those points are, let's say this one, and here the gradient is 1/3. Okay, if the gradient is 1/3 at two different x values, definitely those lines, those tangents will be parallel. So what we need to do now, we have to find out the tangents, we have to find the gradients. Now one way is gradient is given as 1/3. So other way to find the gradient is, we can differentiate this equation. So y is given as 4x cubed minus 8x plus 5. Differentiate on both sides. So dy by dx is equal to 12x squared minus 8, and we will equate it to 1/3. If I equate it to 1/3, I can do cross multiplication on both sides to solve this equation. So it is 36x squared minus 24 is equal to 1. So 36x square is equal to 25, and I can say x square is equal to 25 over 36, and x will be equal to 25 over 36 square root and plus minus, because there is no restriction given on the x. Let x be positive, negative, or greater than this value or less than. So there is no restriction. So x is plus minus 5 over 6. Those x values are, two x values are there. One is x positive 5 over 6, and second is x equal to negative 5 over 6. Then we go to the next question. This question is based on the histogram. Histogram is one of the very important topic and a little complicated also. So now let's do this question. This is a very good example. We can learn a lot of things from this particular question of histogram. So here we have given, the histogram gives the information about the weights in grams of some oranges in a box. So this is the weight given. The weight is from 0, 10 kilograms, 20 grams, 30 grams, and so on. From here the units are given, and this is frequency density. Now what we know, basic things about the histogram, that this area gives the frequency, means how many total apples are there, how many people are there, like that way. So what is given here, 24 of these oranges weigh less than 20 grams. Now one very important thing here, Because on frequency density side we have not given any table values, so we don't know how much is this one jump from here, or let's say if I go from here to here, how much it is equal to. So that is the most important thing first for us to evaluate, and for that we have given this very important piece of information. 24 of these oranges weigh less than 20 grams. So 24 of the oranges, that is the frequency. So this is the frequency 24, and they are weighing less than 20 grams. So this is 20 grams. So basically they are talking about this area, because as I said, frequency is equal to the area. So here we have given the less than 20 grams. So we will take only this area. Now what we need to do, we know that frequency is basically equal to the area of this rectangle. Correct? That is from 0 to 20. So now area of rectangle means length, which is 20. Width, I don't know how much is this wide from here to here, so I will assume it like x, and that is equal to 24. From here when I solve it, I got x equal to 24 over 20, which is 12 over 10, and x is equal to 1.2. So this whole width is 1.2. Now if you see here, when we go from this point to this point, there are total 12 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, like this way there are total 12 steps. So if 12 steps are equal to 1.2, so one step will be equal to 1.2 divided by 12, or 12 over 120, 1 over 10, or I can say 0.1. So now I have got to know that if I go from here one jump, if I go from this point to one jump further, this is 0.1. So there are 10 jumps up to here. So that means this is 1, then this is 2, this is 3, and so on. And here it has 2 jumps more, so it is 1 and then 0.1, 0.2, so 1.2. One thing is clear to us. Now we can solve everything based on this scale. Now they say the median oranges weigh between 35 to 55 grams. Medium oranges weigh between 35 to 55 grams. Work out the estimated number of medium oranges. So 35 is here and 55 is here. Medium oranges are between this. So this whole area represent us the medium oranges. We have to find out how many oranges are there. So this area basically we need to find out, and that means we need to find out the frequency. So how to find out this area? I have to split it into two parts because the width, this height is different. And from 35 to 50 first I will find out, and then 50 to 55. When I find out this for 35 to 50, so how much is this length? 15. And how much is this width? Up to here it is 1, up to here it is 2, and then there are 2 more steps. So it is 2.2. So 15 multiplied by 2.2. This will become 33.0. And then we have the next one. Here the width is from 50 to 55. So that is 5. Multiply by, we have to go all the way up to here. So this is full, this is 1, then this is 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.9, 1.8. So we got 3 times 1.8 and 5 times 1.8, this is 9. So if I add these two, 33 plus 9, that is going to be 42. So there are approximately like 42 oranges which are medium sized. Next question is, the diagram shows the position of 3 villages A, B, C, and the bearing is given of B from C, bearing of C from B is given as 132, bearing of B from A is given as 054 degrees. Meller walks from A to B, it is 3.6 kilometers. Then she walks from B to C, that is 8.4 kilometers. Work out the total time. The Meller walks at an average speed of 6 km per hour. So she is moving at a speed of 6 km per hour. Work out the total time Meller takes and she walks from B to C and from C to A as well. So we have to find out how much is this time, total time. So time, if we have to find out, we know that time is equal to the total distance traveled over the speed. Now average speed is given to us, that is 6 kilometers per hour. We have to find out the average distance. Now the thing is, we know this distance, but we don't know AC. To find out AC, we know the two sides. If I have to find this side and somehow I can find out this angle, that is angle ABC, which is, let's say, X, the problem can be solved because I can apply the cosine rule. But now the question is how to find this angle X. Now because here the concept of bearing is used, so what we can do, we will apply that bearing concept to find out the angles. We have to focus on finding this angle. Because this is a north line, this is a north line, so these are the two parallel lines, and the angle between the two parallel lines, when it is made with the third line, these two angles, they are always add up to 180. We call them co-interior angles. So we have 54 plus, let's say this angle is Y. So 54 plus Y is equal to 180. So I can say angle Y is equal to 180 minus 54, and that is equal to 126 degrees. Now we have to find out angle ABC, inside angle. So that will be 360 because this full angle is 360. Take away 132 plus 126. So that is 360 minus 258, and that gives me 102 degrees. Now this angle is known to us. This angle is 102. I will apply the cosine rule, that cos of 102 degrees is equal to square of this side, 3.6 squared plus 8.4 squared minus AC squared, we don't know what is it, over 2 times 3.6 multiplied by 8.4. And when you will be solving this whole thing, X, when you will solve this thing, or like when you will be finding AC, so I will explain those steps as well. So from here I can do the cross multiplication again. So I will be getting 3.6 squared plus 8.4 squared minus AC square is equal to 2 times 3.6 times 8.4 times cos of 102. And if I have to find out AC squared, that is equal to 3.6 squared plus 8.4 squared minus 2 times 3.6 times 8.4 times cos 102. And when you will find this AC with square root of this whole expression, you are going to get it as like 96.0944 ... And as a final value of AC, you will be getting it as 9.80277 ... Now we have to find out the time. So time is equal to, as we already discussed, time is equal to distance, which is 3.6 plus 8.4 plus 9.80277 ... divided by the average speed, which is 6. So when you will be solving, you will be getting time as 3.63379 ... Now they said you have to give your answer in the form of hours and minutes. This is a very important line here is given. This is important, that how you have to give the answer. So the answer should be given in the form of hours and minutes. So we have 3.63 something. So we can say 3 hours are there for definitely, because the speed is given is kilometers per hour. So 3 hours. And 0.63. Sometimes we don't know how to convert this 0.63 into minutes or something. So first I will divide it by 100 and then times by 60. So when you solve it, 63 times 3 by 5, you will be getting it like 189 by 5, and it is coming out as 37.8 like that. So it is approximately 38 minutes. So my answer to this question will be, approximate time is 3 hours and 38 minutes. I hope you understand these questions. Please feel free to comment and ask any question, any doubt if you have. Thank you.